Welcome back, guys. I know I did post on my page that I wouldn't be doing a video this weekend, but I said, why not? I got a night in me. So we are back going into some bear country on some old logging roads. And to prove that this is an old logging road, we got some old cables that are still on this old log that's been on our trail. That's my hiking stick right there. But yeah, we got some old logs that have a lot of cables and shit on them. And there's also just a lot of bear and wildlife out here, so gotta keep our eyes out while we're out here. Oh, there's a little beehive that was in my way. I just walked past it, but a bear must have gotten into it and taken his honey or something for shits and giggles. More the shits than the giggles, but yeah. That was a little something to walk through. Thought I'd show you guys that. We're almost up to our spot and we'll get there in no time, so I'll see you in a little bit. Well, last time I was out here, I had my fire pit. Somebody's been up here and decided to move things around. That's okay. I'm not using this site like I did last time. I'm going to go find a new spot that's a little further down that direction. So we're going to keep walking for a little bit longer and see if we can find a spot. Well, where I'm at currently, this is a pretty decent spot. I'm actually on a logging landing, as you can see behind me. It's just a nice little landing. That is no longer being used at the moment. I think they're working more so that direction. So I don't have to worry about being here. As long as I'm not following leave no trace rules, should be all good. Anytime you're camping, always follow no trace rules. Don't be a fool. Act like a smart person, please. Otherwise, people can't keep doing stuff like this. So keep following those rules. Well, I got our tent all set up, as you saw from our little time lapse. We are not using an air mattress this time. Instead, I have just a good little wool blanket on the bottom, on the base there. Just recently got that, along with my sleeping bag over the top. So I know I won't be cold by any means, but comfort could be a little different tonight. But you know, we're gonna rock with it anyway and go from there. And we'll let you know what changes we make. We might have some good bushcraft changes in the making. So we'll see you in a second. I've been making some changes to our shelter already. We're building a little outer perimeter since I don't have bear spray or any other kind of bear deterrent. So yeah, we're just building a little wall. I feel like I keep hearing a growl or something out in the distance. I don't know if that's a bear or if I'm hearing a cow. Sometimes those two can sound exactly the same, so hopefully we're playing it safe and it's a cow. But if it's a bear, I want to be ready, so we're going to keep on working on our fort here. I'll let you know when I'm done. Some of you might recognize this saw. It's the same one that Mr. Outdoor Boys has himself. It is the Agawa brand. And it says on that side, the Agawa brand, our Boreal 21 saw. So we're going to give this thing a little test run and we'll keep it going from there. We're almost done with our shelter. We should be done here in just a little bit. Well, we have pretty much essentially completed our shelter. I'm not going to work on this much more. I've already done a lot of labor just to get this done. Got our little makeshift walls, which aren't perfect, but they're not great either. I have a freaking bee that was just sitting there floating on my finger. That was fine. Anyway, yeah. Looking pretty cozy tonight. I don't think I'm going to have a fire more than likely because fire restrictions are starting to really, get notched down really well. So we will not be having a fire because we're not going to be stupid and we're not starting forest fires. So yeah, we have some leftover hot dogs I'll be eating, and I do have an MRE pack that might have some snacks in it that I might find worthwhile. So I may open that up here in a little while. This may or may not be dinner, but just in case, I do have those couple of hot dogs, but I'm definitely going to open this up and see what's inside it at some point. Yeah, we got our meatballs and marinara sauce. This time I'm going to make sure I don't overfill it, so that only happens to me very rarely. I've only done it the one time, which was last time, and that food essentially went to waste. But anyway, we will be opening this up pretty soon, and you guys will see that firsthand. Well, I'm already going to go ahead and open up this beef stick. I'm kind of hungry, so Grayson Natural Farms says it's chunk formed and fermented. So here's a look at that for you guys. Just a little beef stick, teriyaki beef stick. I'm going to munch down on that because I've been working pretty hard the last couple hours getting this all set up. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can't complain. That is actually really tasty. About 100 calories, 7 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, about 320 milligrams of sodium, salt, and 3 grams of carbs. So, yeah, it's not totally bad. Pretty tasty if I'm being honest. I'll let you know if I try anything else. Well, I also am going to try our chocolate chip cookie because I'm pretty hungry and that meat stick didn't fully do it. So, here's a good little look at that. It's kind of getting all melty and goody. Chocolate's already melted, but you know, we'll take out a chunk and show you guys. There's that lovely little chunk of cookie. Can't go wrong there. A little bit of chocolate on my fingers. That's pretty good too. You know, can't go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie. I had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to enjoy that cookie forever. I was eating my cookie, you know, got about halfway through it, and then I had a bee just sting me right on my elbow. I felt it. Yeah, I could see the little freaking spot where it stung me. That did not feel very good. Darn bees. Can't even enjoy a little chocolate chip cookie without a bee stinging me, but, you know, whatever. Happens, it happens. Good thing I'm not allergic and don't need an EpiPen, so that's a plus. Well, I know you guys can't see it, but there's just a plane that just flew by. Just came from the bay over in that direction. Probably coming from the Halem Bay State Park. There is an airstrip there, and that bay is pretty beautiful. I may do some camping out there, but you can't exactly do dispersed camping out there, so I may just stay away from that entirely. And it's a lot more public, so there's way more people, but it's a beautiful park. If you ever make it down there, it's beautiful. Oh, I was given one of these electrolyte drink mixes. I think the brand is called Element. I think that's what it stands for. From what I know, a lot of hikers use these and they find that it helps them with their energy levels. So I have one for my next water bottle. I've already gone through one of them. I had a second one for the trip. So we're going to try to drink maybe a third of it tonight and this evening. And then we'll probably drink the rest throughout tomorrow in the morning when I'm picking up camp and all that. But anyways, I thought I'd share these with you guys. These things are pretty good. This one's watermelon salt. These things are known to have a lot of salt. It's the electrolytes. There's 1,000 milligrams of salt, sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And it has no extra sugar and only 1 gram of carbs. So these things are pretty nice to have in the meantime. So yeah, keep your energy up. Giving you guys the full 360 here. I have hiked up just a little bit. We'll pan to my campsite. Look at that. Decently fortified. Then we just got this nice view all the way through. All the way through. Pretty darn snazzy if I do say so myself. Well, there's something I've been meaning to tell you guys. I am eventually going to be getting a new phone here pretty soon. I'm going to continue using my phone to record, but I need to upgrade. Right now I have a Samsung A52 5G phone, and it's pretty much the S10 equivalent, so it's a pretty dated phone at this rate. And pretty soon I think I'm going to upgrade to the almost newest gen, the Samsung S24. So we're getting close to the newest generation, and that will definitely increase the quality of the videos and will just make them a little more appealing to watch, knowing that there's higher quality. And as well, I'm going to be having a phone mount that works as a tripod as well. So we will have things a little better range, so we can record things a lot better and a lot smoother. So get ready for that, guys, in the coming weeks. I will see you soon when that happens. Thought you guys might like to see how I'm warming up my cobbler for later. I'm just literally letting it sit in the sun, and it is actually getting like nice and warm, like almost hot, and I just keep flipping it. Just flipping it every few seconds, you know, oh not seconds, every few like 10 minutes or so. I just flip it here and there. And then, you know, I'll have that later for my dessert before I go to bed, but it's still early. It's only like 5. And soon we'll have our little dinner, which is pretty simple and easy. It's just leftover hot dogs that were already cooked. So I have those ready to go. And then I will see you when we have those. So see you in a little while. Alright, well, we're getting ready for dinner. Straight up just eating a sausage and hot dog out of a bag. They're already kind of heated up from just sitting out, so. There we go, first bite down. I think I have one regular hot dog, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a pineapple chicken sausage. They're really good. Can't remember the brand of them, but they are really tasty. Highly suggest them. Well, it is currently about a little past 7. I am waiting for the sun here, which is super bright. I'm going to try to look down now. So I'm going to wait until it's at the tree line up down there, and then I'm going to get into my cobbler and let you guys know how that goes. So when that time comes around, you guys will see my taste test of our cobbler. Well, I can't tell if it's obvious, but I did catch some sun, and I am very sunburnt. My hand is very burnt. There's a good line on my hand from where my watch and hair ties are. But anyway, we're here with our MRE cobbler. Give this a good little taste. Whoop. Show you guys a little scoop I got there. I just spilled a little bit myself. Honestly, having it sit out in the sun was probably the best way I could have made this. Best way I could have made it. I'm so glad that I made it that way. Well, hopefully I won't get copyrighted for this, because I do have music going in the background, but there's a helicopter coming right at me. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I'll try to hold steady. They're cruising. They're going almost right above where I'm at. I'm not sure if they're looking at me or if I'm looking at them too, or just looking at each other. That's pretty funny. Well, I just heard a bobcat. Sound like it was catching its prey. I've already made some sounds to deter that, hopefully, because it's not the first time I've heard that sound this week. Having heard our house cat get killed by it, because it got left outside earlier this week. R.I.P. kitty. Anyway, yeah, so I've heard the sound. It's quick when they catch their prey, especially if it's something smaller than them, because they just pounce on it and they paralyze it by the neck. They go for the neck and instantly kill it right then and there. So there's no suffering in it, but it's, you know, it's quick and lethal, that's for sure. If it wants to try it with me, it can try, but I'm going to fight back if it even gets close or make more noise than it. So I'll spook that fucker off. Well, the sun is setting pretty much. I'm going to probably get my tent here soon and just kind of bunker down. And I'll just probably wake up in the morning, do a time lapse of me taking down my setup, and we'll go from there and do our hike down. So we'll see you then in the morning. Good morning, everybody. We are starting off today by letting our stuff dry out. Our rain fly needs to dry out, so we got that sitting on the ground currently. I slept pretty good. There was definitely something large lumbering around at one point, and that had me worried for just a second. After that, though, I got back to sleep, and we slept pretty good. So, despite not having an air mattress, I slept pretty good. My hips are a little achy today, so we'll see how that treats us on the way back down for our hike. But you will see my time lapse of me taking down my site here pretty quick. Got everything all packed up. Everything's all cleared out. Everything's all spread out where it was before pretty much. Just to follow those no trace rules. So thank you guys for tuning in. This was just a quick little one-nighter that I thought I'd just get over and do it, you know? And we made it through. We had some animals that visited us throughout the night and day, so that was interesting. Anyway, I hope I see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. See you soon.